You clicked on this video because you're ready to kickstart your Kick live streaming journey. But in order to do that, you're first gonna need to navigate to kick.com. On the home page of the website, you're gonna wanna go over to the right-hand side and select the green sign up button. You're gonna be presented with a form where you can either sign up with your email address or sign up with a Google or Apple account. I decided to just go the email route, and by my surprise, somebody took MidnightMan already. Are you kidding? Who is this person? Are you a subscriber of this channel? If you are, give me that name back. Next, go ahead and set a secure password of your choosing and select sign up. You're gonna be sent an email with a verification code. Copy or memorize that code, put it into Kick, and that way your email address will be verified with your Kick account. Next, we need to find the Kick streaming information so that we can push our video content out of streaming tools such as OBS and Streamlabs Desktop. To do this, you're gonna wanna go over to the right-hand side where you see your channel icon, select that, and then go to settings. Then if you look over on the left-hand side, you're gonna see an option for stream key. And this is where you're gonna see your stream URL and your stream key. What you can do first is copy the stream URL by selecting this copy icon on the right side, pull up whatever streaming software that you're using, go to the settings, go to stream, and then in the case of OBS, I'm gonna set a custom service option. The server URL is gonna be what we just copied, so make sure you paste that on in like this. Now I'm gonna go back and copy the stream key, and I'm gonna paste that on in just like so. Protect your stream key at all costs. Don't share it with anybody. Now that those are in, I'm gonna go ahead and select apply and okay. What I'll show you guys next is how to set up a simple gameplay scene, including the gameplay, face cam, your Kick chat overlay, and Kick alerts. So within this gameplay scene, I'm gonna go over to the plus button here to add a new source. And what we're gonna add is a video capture device. I currently have my AverMedia capture card plugged into my computer. Deactivate, activate, and there it is. Now for those of you guys that are on PC and not using a capture card to record PS5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, you guys can either capture a game capture source. For the mode, capture a specific window, and in the window drop down, you can select that gameplay that you're trying to record. Another way you can do it is by adding a window capture source. Within here, you can select the gameplay window. Capture method, you can either keep at automatic or Windows 10. Everything else you can keep the same and select OK. Now, how about a face cam? With the webcam plugged into the computer, I'm gonna select the plus button, add another video capture device. We'll call this source face cam, select OK. And then in the device drop down, we're gonna select that webcam, which is the Insta360 link. There it is. We got it activated. We're going to select OK. And now we need to kind of shrink this on up a little bit. Throw it to the side. I'm going to select the Alt key to adjust the sides a little bit to my liking. I think that's pretty good. Before I show you guys how to add the alerts and chat box overlays, it's important to understand how your audio is coming in for your stream. For me, my gameplay audio is coming over HDMI to the capture card in this audio source right here that's connected to the video capture device source. For those of you guys trying to record audio off of your PC, you have a couple options. The first one being an application audio capture source that you can add, and this will allow you to select a specific window to record audio from. If you're on macOS, you're gonna have something similar called the macOS screen capture source. If you add this, this will also allow you to record the audio out of specific applications or the entirety of the screen that you're trying to show. For PC users, you'll have one other option at your disposal. If you go to your audio settings, you'll see that you'll have a desktop audio option. Select the drop down and you can choose your headphones or your speakers to record the audio from your desktop. One other audio component that you're gonna need to be aware of is your commentary microphone. So within those same settings where you see mic auxiliary audio, you wanna select this drop down and choose your microphone of choice. It'll be easiest to go with a USB microphone. I have some options in the description if you're looking for some microphones, or you can use the microphone out of your computer, but that thing's pretty bad, so you probably want to invest in a nice microphone. Now, to include that chat box overlay for your stream, you're going to want to go over to the plus button to add a new source. This time it's going to be a browser source. Select OK. And within this source, you're going to want to put this URL with your username being replaced with your Kick username. I also put this link in the description below so that you can copy it. So in my case, it's Game Midnight. Once that's in, you can go ahead and select OK and then put that chat box wherever you'd like it to be. Let's put it above my face cam, and I'm gonna pull this down just a little bit. To set up the pop-up alerts on your stream, you're gonna wanna head over to botrix.live. You're gonna need to log in with either a Trovo, Twitch, YouTube, or Discord account, but don't fear, because after you've logged into Botrix using one of those other accounts, you're gonna have the ability to add Kick as a platform as a part of your profile. You'll need to put in your username and then add Botrix as a moderator to your Kick channel. Now, to make sure that your account is linked with Botrix, you're gonna need to select the kick.com/botrix URL and then put in the following command that'll be listed out for you. Just copy that, throw it in the chat dialog box, and your account will be successfully linked. With that set up, we can now go over to the alerts tab, and this is where we can set up how our alerts will appear on stream. So we can customize them to our liking. If you're familiar with how to customize Streamlabs alerts, it essentially works the exact same way. And honestly, this is a great alternative until we get official support from Streamlabs for Kick. You can update your images here by searching up cool GIFs to your liking, in addition to updating the sound if you like. This can be done for people who subscribe, leave a donation, new member, gifted members, all that cool stuff. To get those customized alerts over your stream, you can go over to the widget URL, select the copy button, pull back up your OBS. We're gonna select the plus button. We're gonna add another browser source. We're gonna call this Kick Alerts, select OK. And now within the URL, I'm just gonna highlight that and paste in that Botrix URL that I just copied. I have it blurred out because you shouldn't share this link either with anybody. But once you've plugged that in, you can go ahead and select OK. I'm gonna move this over closer to the middle area. And how about we give it a little test? There it is. As of today, Kick will allow you to stream up to a 1080p 60 FPS quality. If we go into our OBS settings, within the video section, we first want to make sure that our base and output canvas are set to 1920 by 1080 with the FPS value being no higher than 60. Next, go to the output tab. For the output mode, go with advanced. And then in the streaming tab, you're gonna see your stream settings. So the encoder, you can go with X264, or if you have a dedicated graphics card, you can select that. It should be H.264. For your rate control, keep that at CBR. For your bitrate, I'd set that anywhere between 5,000 and 6,000 kilobits per second. Keyframe interval can be 2. If you're using the X264 encoding option, then you can set your CPU preset, preferably to very fast or faster. But if you're experiencing lag, you're gonna need to increase that speed to super fast or ultra fast. And if you're still continuing to lag, you're gonna need to decrease your bitrate, really no less than 2500 to keep your quality consistent. But every computer is a little bit different and you'll need to play around with this. Having a dedicated graphics card definitely makes this a whole lot better. Once you have your settings set the way you'd like, select apply and OK. And now we're ready to start our live stream. In Kick, we can check what's up with our live stream by going to our channel icon here and going to our creator dashboard. And you can see that we are live right here. You may want to mute your audio here so that it doesn't duplicate across your OBS, but this is where you can manage everything within your stream. You can see the activity feed for people that just followed, how many viewers are watching, how many current followers do you have, how long have you been live for. If you go down here, you can edit your stream info. So for the game that I'm playing right now, it's Fortnite, so we're gonna set it to Fortnite. If you're an edgy creator, you're gonna want to toggle on this 18+ mature audiences only. And once you're good with this, go ahead and select save. On the left hand side, you're gonna see your chat. You can also see that the chat box is working, by the way. Everything is running well. But once we're done with our live stream, open our streaming software back up and go ahead and select stop streaming. On the Kick side, you're gonna see that your session is stopping and your viewers will be presented with an offline screen. After about a minute or two, you'll be fully offline. Speaking of being offline, some things you guys can do while you're offline is go to your channel and select the edit icon at the top of your channel so that you can go ahead and customize your profile page a little bit. You can even add in your social media links. As you guys venture off into your Kick streaming journey, keep in mind that Kick still is in beta, so there might be some hiccups along the way. I do recommend being a part of their Discord channel server. Great place to ask questions and keep updated with new features. If watching this video was one of your first times experiencing OBS, then I highly recommend watching this video here as I showcase 8 secrets within OBS. One of them, spoiler by the way, includes multi-streaming completely for free. So go check that out. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.